Morning, everybody. I'm super happy to have you here with me today. Today is November 11th, 2020, and it happens to be a very special day. It's Veterans Day. Do you guys know what Veterans Day is? It's a day to celebrate the people that fought in the military for our freedom. So if you see a veteran today, you make sure to thank them. Why don't we go ahead and start by singing our hello song? We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. In our homes it's story time. We clap and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. In our homes it's story time. We wave and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. In our homes at story time, we stomp and sing hello. Great job. So, I actually have a few things to talk about today. I have things like the bald eagle to talk about. You guys know what an eagle is? That's right, it's a bird. I also want to talk about military dogs and, of course, veterans. So let's go ahead and we'll start with our first book. It's about eagles. A specific eagle, in fact, it is The Bald Eagle by Steve Potts. And you might be wondering why I'm going to read about an eagle. But after I finish this, hopefully you understand why I chose the bald eagle today. And we are also going to do a fun craft at the very end that has to do with a bald eagle. The bald eagle. When people think of the United States, they think of the bald eagle. This is because the bald eagle is the national symbol of the United States. A symbol is something that stands for another thing. For many people, the bald eagle is a symbol of strength and freedom. The bald eagle's picture appears on currency, which is money, statues, and many other things. There are many different kinds of eagles. The bald eagle is found only in North America, which is the continent that we live in. The bald eagle once there were many bald eagles in the United States. Today, scientists believe there are only about 5,000 bald eagles in the mainlands of United States left. The mainland of United States is every state except for Hawaii and Alaska. So they must not have any eagles there. There are two kinds of bald eagles. There are northern bald eagles and southern bald eagles. Northern bald eagles live in the north and they migrate to warmer areas every winter. Migrate means to move from one place to another. Kind of like when you see all of the geese flying south for the winter, they're migrating to move to a warmer climate. Every summer, they return to their nests. They use familiar landmarks to help them find their way. Bald eagles always return to the area where they were born. Scientists call this fidelity. Southern bald eagles live in the warmer southern states, so they don't have to migrate. Isn't that a beautiful picture of a bald eagle? The bald eagle is one of the largest North American birds. People can easily spot the bald eagle. Its pure white head and tail contrast with its dark brown body feathers. A body of a bald eagle is 30 to 40 inches tall. The bird's many layers of feathers make it appear larger, but it actually only weighs 8 to 15 pounds, which is the size of a baby, a brand new baby even. The bald eagle is so light because it has hollow bones. Most other birds also have thin, hollow bones. The bones are filled with air, and that is what helps make the bird be able to fly. A bald eagle's wingspan is 7 to 8 feet wide. A wingspan is when he puts his wings both out and soars through the sky, and they measure it from wingtip to wingtip, full spread out, like this. The wingspan is the distance between the outer tips of the bird's wings. The bald eagle's wingspan helps it to soar, and to soar means to fly high in the air. The bald eagle is a strong and powerful flyer. This is because of its large wings. The bald eagle uses thermals. Thermals are rising columns of hot air. The bald eagle rides thermals high into the sky, and a bald eagle reaches speeds of up to 50 to 75 miles per hour. That's like driving on the interstate. They just fly like that all the time. Once the bald eagle is in the air, it uses its broad wings to glide. The bald eagle relies on air currents. An air current is a stream of moving air. A bald eagle flies into an air current. It stretches out its wings and floats on the moving air. It relaxes and floats along with the air current, and this helps the bald eagle save energy. It can glide on the wind for hours without even flapping its wings. When flying, the bald eagle uses its tail to help it stay balanced. The tail also helps it change direction and stop. Wow, who would have known there were so many purposes for the tail of a bird? Bald eagles also have great eyesight. In the past, people who could see well were described as having an eagle eye. This is because all eagles have excellent eyesight. They can see 3 to 5 times better than you or I, or any human. The bald eagle sees more colors than humans too. This helps it hunt the animals. The bald eagle sees well because it has large eyes. Larger eyes give the bald eagle larger and clearer images. Each of the bald eagle's eyes move separately. One eyeball can look to the right, while the other eyeball can look to the left. Well, that would be goofy, but I could see why that would come in handy. This helps the bald eagle see many things at one time. The position of its eyes also give the bald eagle better eyesight. Its eyes are in the front of its head. Its eyes face forward and slightly to the side. This helps the bald eagle see things right in front of it. Animals with eyes on the sides of their head cannot easily see things in front of them. And their other senses. The bald eagle does not hear as well as it sees. So, bald eagles can see and hear, just like us, only better seeing, but less better hearing. But it does rely on its hearing. The bald eagle hears the calls of the other birds and animals. Birds are different from most other animals. Their ears do not stick out from their bodies. See, ours do stick out. This makes it easier for them to fly through the air. See how their ears, they're hidden underneath their feathers. Too neat. This means that birds must turn their heads to locate sound. The bald eagle hears the calls of its young. It listens to the calls and warnings of other birds as well. Bald eagles also hear mating calls. Mating calls are high-pitched and can be heard for miles. Bald eagles do not have well-developed senses of taste or smell. They are not affected by taste or smell. This helps them eat many things. So they're not picky eaters at all. That would be nice in my house. But they did mention their senses. They can feel, they can see, hear, smell, and taste. We have those senses too. Who would have thought birds and humans could be so alike? Here's one more great picture of a bald eagle. And as I read that to you, at the very beginning, it had said that a bald eagle is the symbol of strength and freedom for our country. And that's why I thought it would be a great idea to talk a little bit about the bald eagle today and have our craft on the bald eagle today. This is what we'll be doing later. But before I get into that, let's go ahead and get into another book. I have a book on military dogs. Who has a dog at home? If you said yes, so do I. My dog's name is Lola. What's your dog's name? That's a great name. Well, I happen to pick this book because veterans are people who have fought in the military, and these dogs fight alongside with them. Now, dogs weren't always allowed in the military. It wasn't until World War II that they were legally allowed. But in World War I, they snuck in a dog and it became their mascot. So, during World War I, the United States didn't allow dogs in the military. However, that didn't stop the soldiers from bringing in their pets when they were shipped overseas. In 1918, U.S. soldier Robert Conroy smuggled his pit bull, Stubby, aboard his troop ship. The ship was headed for France. First, Stubby became the troop's mascot. Then he became one of its heroes. Late one night, the enemy attacked the troops with poisonous gas. Stubby barked loudly to wake them up. This warning gave them enough time to put on their gas masks. Another time, Stubby caught an enemy soldier by holding on to the man's pants with his teeth. Stubby was in 17 battles. He was hurt several times. However, he has always recovered and bravely returned to duty. This is what Stubby looked like. Dogs are very important for military. So, by World War II, dogs were officially allowed in the U.S. military. In World War II, from 1939 to 1945. In the beginning, the animals only patrolled the coastlines. The Army, however, believed that dogs could also help defend the country during battle. The military started a program called Dogs for Defense. So as you guys could see there, that was the coastline. So they were with the Coast Guard. But the Army also thought that they were important. So they ended up becoming dogs in all of the military branches. Americans were asked to donate their pets. More than 19,000 dogs were given to the military. The dogs had to be healthy, and they also had to pass tests to see if they were well behaved. They could not be frightened by the sounds of the guns or even the thunderstorms. Are your dogs scared of the rain? Mine is scared of the rain, so I don't know that she would make a great military dog. They also could not be in bad health. In the end, about 10,000 animals were trained to become war dogs. Even President Franklin D. Roosevelt had a dog. The dog's name was Fala, and it helped out during the war. He enlisted in the Army as a private. The Dogs for Defense program first accepted more than 30 breeds of dogs. Today, mostly German Shepherds, Dutch Shepherds, and Belgian Malinois are used in the military. I have an Australian Shepherd, so even though it's in the Shepherd family, I don't know if it would make a great military dog. Do any of you have those breeds that they mentioned? Awesome. Well, the military dogs of World War II had very important jobs. Sentry dogs guarded soldiers, vehicles, weapons, and important buildings. They were trained to attack. They were often ordered to rush into buildings and grab an enemy. At times, they were even commanded to kill. Such powerful animals could be difficult to handle. Sometimes they even attacked harmless people. That's why training is so important. Another job the dogs had was to locate enemy soldiers. These scout dogs traveled with their handlers ahead of the troops. When the animals spotted the enemy, they would quietly stand still, prick up their ears, and hold their tails stiff. Scout dogs were trained to tell the difference between friends and enemy. That way, they could warn them and give them some time ahead. There were other jobs for war dogs too. Not all military dogs were used in battle. In World War I and World War II, some dogs carried messages between troops. Notes were put into little cans, and the cans were then attached to the dogs' collars. Messenger dogs could sneak past the enemy and not get caught. Do you see the little message going into the collar there? That's a really neat way to use a dog. In addition to messages, some dogs also carried pigeons in small pouches on their backs. After the dog delivered the message, the soldier would write a reply. The reply was attached to the pigeon that then flew back to the home base. The U.S. Army also created war dog platoons in World War II. These groups usually had about 27 scout dogs, 6 messenger dogs, and 20 handler and soldiers. The best war dogs are dogs that make wonderful soldiers. They can find enemies using their great sense of smell. They can also hear sounds too high for human ears. For example, dogs can hear bombs before they even explode. This ability allows them to warn soldiers to take cover before it's too late. That is so awesome. So the bald eagle has great eyesight. And the dogs, military dogs, all dogs really, have great hearing. How neat is that that they have super senses? If you guys want to learn more about military dogs, come to the library and check this book out. We also have lots of books on the bald eagle as well. For now, I thought we could sing a song. So I have You're a Grand Old Flag. The reason I have that song is because the American flag is also a symbol of our freedom, and it is our flag of the United States. This is a Thank You Veterans Day sign with a heart flag on it. So really, our flag is actually the shape of a rectangle, and it has 13 red and white stripes for the 13 original colonies, and it has 50 white stars for each 50 states. So we will sing this song twice. That way, if you're new to it, you can jump in on the second time. And if you already know it, then help me out and let's get started. You're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true 'neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or a brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. All right, are you ready for verse 2 or round 2? All right. You're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag, forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true 'neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or a brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. You guys did such a great job. I really like that song, but I have the hardest time singing it. So thank you for singing along with me today. All right, let's go ahead and get into our last book. It is called Veterans, Heroes in Our Neighborhood. This is going to give us a little bit more insight to what a veteran is, why we celebrate Veterans Day, and how to notice if people are veterans or not. This book is by Valerie Fundenstein and illustrated by Aaron Anderson. Let's get a good spot here. Here we go. Today we learned about our heroes, a really special kind, the ones who serve America and leave their homes behind. We read about the veterans who give all they can give to keep our country safe and free so we can love and live. Our teacher asked us each to name a veteran we knew. She said, "Now you may be surprised that it won't be that hard to do." So after school, I asked my dad, and he had amazing news. These heroes live right in our town, so many who can choose. They are our family, neighbors, friends who never boast or brag. We all should be remembered of their love for home and the flag. The man in town who cuts our hair is known as Frank the barber, but not too many know he was a sailor at Pearl Harbor. And then the butcher at the grocery store who cuts the meat for stew was once a paratrooper. Who knew? Matt served in World War II, and Walter is a Navy man who came to fix our heat. And he once fixed boilers on that ship that sailed the U.S. fleet. Our neighbor Jacqueline is a nurse who wears a uniform. She cared for wounded soldiers when she served in Desert Storm. Ernie is a firefighter. We knew that he was brave, and yet we never knew about the Air Force time that he had gave. And Edna, our librarian, had a son named John. He died while training for Iraq, and now she's a Gold Star mom. Our mailman is a volunteer who trains each year to serve. When duty calls, Bob goes aboard, and he's in the Army Reserves. And Manny is a proud Marine who did a corporal's part. He was wounded overseas, and now he wears a Purple Heart. We celebrate our Veterans Day, the 11th of November. We show our patriotic pride and promise to remember. Our heroes' headstones were the flags from coast to coast in May. It's how we honor these we've lost and mark Memorial Day. We painted posters of our heroes and marched it in a parade to thank these men and women for the sacrifices they had made. But we do not need a calendar to celebrate the brave. We pledge allegiance to the flag and let those colors wave. It doesn't matter where they've served, what service branch or rank. What matters is remembering them and offering them our thanks. And the people that were named in this book were actual people who were veterans and had served. And if you go around our town, I am sure that you could find so many veterans. So if you run into a veteran today, you make sure to thank them, not just today, but every day. To close, before I give us our activity in the grab and go bag today, I thought we could sing one more song. It's called See the Veteran, and it goes to the tune of Frere Jacques. So I'll read it for you first, and then we can sing it together. See the veteran, oh so brave, oh so brave. We thank you for your service, we thank you for your service. You're so strong, you're so strong. We remember on this day, fighting for our freedom. We thank you, we thank you. All right. Do you guys think that you can sing it with me this time? Wonderful. See the veteran, oh so brave, oh so brave. We thank you for your service, we thank you for your service. You're so strong, you're so strong. We remember, fighting for our freedom, fighting for our freedom. We thank you. I messed up at the end. Good catch. We remember on this day, fighting for our freedom. We thank you, we thank you. Great job. You guys really are so great at learning new songs. So I showed you both of our activities. Again, we have a beautiful Veterans Day thank you poster to color, and hopefully you can find a veteran to give it to, or maybe put it up in your window so that as veterans drive by, they'll know that you're thinking of them. And then we also have an bald eagle for you guys to make. So I will have all the templates in your bags. You guys get to color them, cut them, and glue them together to make your very own bald eagle. You can also hang that up on the window with your sign to show the symbol of freedom and strength, along with our flags. So don't forget to stop in and grab our grab and go bags so that you can do the activities and thank a veteran you know. All right, well, until next week, bye guys.